Today I'm going to be going over my top 5 autographed Funko Pops I got at Comic Cons. Pops like this one right here. So we'll see where this one falls on the list of my top 5. What's going on, everybody? This is Joe with Don't Pop Believe, and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over my top 5 Funko Pops that I have autographed. I got these at Comic Cons over the last year or so. I've only gone to 3 or 4 Comic Cons. The first one I went to was C2E2 the previous year, and then I went to Heroes and Villains Fan Fest shortly after that. Went to Grand Rapids Comic Con. There wasn't too much there for me at the Grand Rapids Comic Con, but that's usually a smaller one than a lot of the bigger conventions. And then I went to C2E2 2020. I did actually make a couple of videos for that. It was a really fun time there. Got to go to an Arrow panel, meet a bunch of celebrities that I'd been wanting to meet. So that was a really fun experience. So these are Funko Pops I've gotten over the last year or so. I'm sure my top 5 will change as I get more into my collection. So in total, I have 10 autographed Funko Pops in my collection. So I'm going to go over the top 5, starting with number 5. It is actually the very first Funko Pop that I got autographed, and it is graded by the VVGS. If you guys haven't checked them out, they do great stuff. So this is a Merlyn. The person that plays him is John Barrowman. A lot of people know him from either Arrow or Doctor Who. I guess he was a pretty popular character on Doctor Who. So only bad thing about this one is that he used like a black Sharpie. So it's kind of hard to, I mean, you can still see it. But like paint pens, like some really good paint pens with some color are always great to have. But Malcolm Merlyn was one of my favorite villains in Arrow, so this was a must-have. So getting to meet him was really cool. When I met him, he was actually going to shoot a pilot up in Canada, and he had to leave like pretty early. So super cool guy. Really fun experience meeting him as well, since he's one of my favorite villains. So for autograph pop number 4 on my list, this is a character from The Flash. She is a fan favorite of a lot of people. She was super nice to me. Her line moved pretty quickly. I think her autographs were like $50, which wasn't too bad considering for like an autograph from a person that's on a TV show. This is a Killer Frost Funko Pop. This is the New York Comic Con glow-in-the-dark version, and it's signed with an awesome blue paint pen that goes great with this glow-in-the-dark like pop. It is played by Daniel Panabaker. It's just a really sweet pop. I like just the way the colors work with each other. The sticker and everything. The pop is the glow-in-the-dark one, so it's really cool. So this is number 4 on my list. Looking forward to getting more of the Flash and of Arrow Funko Pops. I know Heroes and Villains Fan Fest was supposed to be in like a couple weeks, but with coronavirus and stuff going on right now, I don't think that they're even like scheduled right now. I know the guy that plays Deathstroke was supposed to be there, and then Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones is supposed to be there. So I was going to get those ones autographed, but it doesn't look like that's going to be any time in the foreseeable future. Maybe I'll have to wait till next year. But yeah, so this is number 4 on my list. So number 5 was Arrow, number 4 was Flash, and then this one is number 3. This is from Guardians of the Galaxy, one of my favorite characters of the Guardians of the Galaxy, besides like Star-Lord was one of my favorites, because Chris Pratt is just so funny. This is the character is Yondu, played by Michael Rooker. This is the ECC. I think this is the shared one. Yeah, I think that's a shared one. Maybe not. He signed it with a Sharpie as well, which is, so you can see the difference between this and like that one. Like just it stands out so much more when you use like a paint pen. So when the people that are signing have paint pens, it's a lot nicer. But yeah, so still pretty cool autograph. His autograph, if you guys haven't seen it before, he likes to use like all of that area. And then I had him sign it on Mary Poppins, y'all, which if you guys have seen the Guardians of the Galaxy 2, you know what that line is from. One of the funniest moments of the movie. So yeah, this is a really cool one. This is graded 9.4 near mint by the VVGS. JSA certified. Really cool one. Yondu is one of my favorite characters. The ending scene is not season 2, but the second movie was really good. So yeah, Yondu right here. Alright, so the top 2, I kind of went back and forth on what to put as my top Funko Pop. It was between an Arrow one and a Flash one. So I debated on back and forth and decided to put this one at number 2, even though I thought it might be number 1. But number 2 is this Oliver Queen Funko Pop. Is the Fugitive Toys exclusive. It is the like season 1 type style where he's practicing with the tennis balls and he's like shooting tennis balls. So it says he actually signed his name down here and then put "You have failed this city." So I wanted to meet Stephen Amell pretty much since I known that Comic Cons were existing, like so last year and a half or so, to get a chance to meet him and actually get my Arrow prop signed by him, and then a couple other pops as well. Really fun experience, down to earth guy. The panel that him and Emily Bett Rickards did was great. That's another Funko Pop that I have autographed and almost made the top 5. If it wasn't like she signed it in like a red pen that's really faint, so if it was a little bit more like prominent, I would have probably put her at number 5 or so. So yeah, this is number 2, guys. I'm looking forward to getting this graded. I know the VVGS has the containers that they use, so like so you can see like the size difference here. So this is what the pop looks like, and that extra space is where like the grading part does, like to where it can stand up and be sealed off. So that part is a lot bigger. So the part that the pop is put into, that plastic protector part, is actually from overseas. So right now they're surplus. They're not the surplus, but the shipment that they would be getting in normally, they haven't been able to get in. So they're kind of behind right now in trying to do orders. So once that kind of starts rolling and I get enough Funko Pops that I want to send over there and get graded, I can take care of that. I always like getting them graded. If they're going to stay in my collection, I like getting them graded. So this is number 2, so that leaves number 1, guys. And like I said, it was really kind of back and forth. I debated on what to put it in, but I did go with this as number 1. It is a Flash Funko Pop, and you can see the yellow, so that can only mean one thing, right? The Reverse Flash. The Reverse Flash is played by Tom Cavanaugh. If you guys have watched any of the seasons of The Flash, or if you watched all of them, you know that Tom Cavanaugh is just such a great actor. He plays so many different like versions of his character that like each season that he does, it's like how does he do it that well? Like it's really, really good acting, and getting to meet him was really nice. I didn't know that I think he's Canadian, so I didn't even recognize like his accent when I walked up to him. So he's a super cool guy. I got to meet him and talked with him a little bit, and then I met Ross Marquand, who plays Red Skull in Infinity War. And while I was talking with him, he came over and was just like, "Hey, nice to meet you. I'm a big fan of you," and then was like saying that to Ross Marquand, which was kind of crazy, and kind of made him kind of like, "Wow, like that's crazy." So it's really, really cool Funko Pop. I had him put Run Barry Run, which is like iconic to Harrison Wells or Tom Cavanaugh or Reverse Flash, you know. And then Reverse Flash down there, it is graded 9.4. And as always, I always like getting the JSA certification. When I first started buying like autograph Funko Pops, I bought like a couple on eBay that didn't have like the JSA certification. You just always want that kind of reassurance from a big company like JSA. Yeah, so this is just a really cool Funko Pop. I can't wait to hopefully meet Grant Gustin one of these days. Stephen Amell was one that I really wanted to meet, so getting to meet him was great. But Grant Gustin, I don't think he's done any Comic Cons recently, besides like SDCC. I'm guessing he does that for like every year when they have before the premiere and stuff like that. So I'm hoping to meet him sometime soon. I got a couple Flash Funko Pops that I would like to get signed by him. So yeah, this is number 1, guys. I'm sure it will change as always. My collections kind of went from like a lot of pops down to about like 25 to 30 or so. I'm like kind of keeping it a little bit more smaller, but pops that I like, and like Funko Pop prototypes. I got 2 of those that almost made the list as well because the one was signed. So yeah, some really cool stuff. I'm looking forward to getting more autographed Funko Pops in the future. Looking out for some mystery boxes. You don't see too many mystery boxes with signed Funko Pops, so I'm gonna keep my eye out for some that are like that as well. Another cool thing though is like when you go to the Comic Cons yourself, getting to meet the person is also kind of that experience of getting the autograph, because then you can associate, oh, that's when I got that Funko Pop, is when I got to meet him for the first time, you know, and that kind of helps like kind of add to the collecting kind of spirit of it, you know. So it's always fun to do. I'm looking forward to going to more. If anyone has a Funko Pop that's signed in their collection, let me know down in the comments. What was your favorite Funko Pop you've gotten signed? What would you get signed if you got a Funko Pop signed, if you haven't gone to any Comic Cons? I want to get Chris Pratt. One would be kind of great. Grant Gustin, of course, for the Flash. Robert Downey Jr. would be awesome. It's not gonna happen, but I think his autograph on like a trading card was like $500 or $600 plus, like a while ago. I don't know how long it is, how much it is now. Ryan Reynolds would be another great one. Bradley Cooper, a few of them like that, like things like Marvel related, like are big in my fan base of like watching movies, Marvel, DC TV shows mainly. So let me know down in the comments what you would get if you could get a Funko Pop that was signed. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and have a great week.